Looks like the bean cutters made it home from Crawford County yesterday. We're down below the farm, it's right there. I live right up there. Garrett and Dad live right over there. We're in the middle of a population test that we always do for Pioneer. Right here he's in some that's planned 38,000. Every 12 rows for 20 acres, it's got one of the newer numbers. And you switch populations every 12 rows until you run out of corn. So 20 acres worth. We do 26,000, 30,000, 34,000, 38,000.
It's like there's more corn on the ground than usual down here.
Didn't like the sound of that. Harold Reese said something about being more corn on the ground down there at the bottom of this field, which is mucky dirt, black dirt. Not as good right in that. Right there, place water sets and stuff. I think probably supposed to snap the ropes up enough to compensate for that and show them a little bit more at the edge. Probably what it was. But this population test, I'll let you know how this comes out. I'm thinking it'll come out like it always does. We'll see. 26 and 38 won't be as good. 30 and 34 will be the sweet spot. Well, I got the results of the first population test. Turned out like it does every year, basically. This was 1608, very good field. 26,000 was 225 bushel. 30,000 was 243. 34,000 was 232. 36,000 was 228. Only thing a little surprising there, usually 34 is about the same as the 30. So I'm trying to understand that difference. But 36 is never as good, and 34, every time we've done it the last 4 or 5 years, we don't pay for the extra seed, which is better. And 26, of course, is not better. So, once again, the 30,000 comes out on top for value and actual yield. Limerence growing by, spreading lime. Your soil has to have lime so the pH is right. If your pH isn't right, doesn't matter what else you do to it, it ain't gonna be good. So they're out spreading lime on somebody. Hey, he's picking along the dirt road where truck's been driving. Little dusty, little dusty.
This is the Mount Carmel Airport. David and I are here to cut the beans. You can see the runways, the hangars up there. And off here in the distance, you can see our bins. So you can see how close it is to the house. This is where we first drove our first four-wheel drive tractor, a John Deere 7520. That was back in the early 70s, 71, could have been 72. But this was the first spot. When we rented this, we needed more equipment, and that was the first four-wheel drive. Also, this is where I took my flying lessons, and that was 25 years ago. My good friend Ken Wood taught me how to fly. Still a close friend, and to this day, if I have any aviation questions, that's the man I go to. Very knowledgeable, did a great job. So it's been a good farm for us. It's close, it's flat. It does have some spots that are drowned out. Once in a while, it's about too flat.
Just missed the rain to the north. Looks like it might be raining up at Bridgeport right now, but that one might come get us. Maybe not. It's not as big. That one wasn't as big either. It kind of popped up, just went north. We'll see. 1742Q. First time picking this number. It's looking strong. Well, that rain barely stayed north of us. Got some sprinkles on the window. Bean cutters right over there. They may or may not have to quit, but we got enough corn picked where they could drive all the way to these beans or where those beans get away from it. This corn here, we didn't get rained on, but the last load was 18.6. One for that is 18.9. It's 117 days, so a little later. So we're gonna go that way and see if that corn's dry or not. But there's rain right there, so I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, we're getting some sprinkles. Heading in, rained out.
been raining enough to amount to anything, but just enough to bring up the wood. Well, we're rained out. Dad went and tested some mirrors from Robson. I think we can go up there. We're around here is not really abundantly dry, so we may, if there's chances of rain in the morning tonight, so we're going to see where it rains tonight before we make any moves. But if there's no rain anywhere, we'll probably move out to Robson and start holding in the Lincoln land, because we got like 200,000 bushel that's got to go in there straight from the field. So, but the bean guys were able to find 63 acres that it was very spotty rain. It did get rained on, so they're doing that this evening, and then we'll be back going around here tomorrow. Heck, we might, well, I don't know. One of the fields that I know we can go to got 310, so we might head just to Robson. But I'm down here mowing ditches below my house, at least stuff I can see from the house. Get rid of all this Johnson grass.
These beans are doing pretty good.
They don't look like we'll be harvesting today. Back in the white peat out shed. I had a flat tire when I was on the bean crew yesterday. George's working on the air conditioner in the red truck. Just got the valves on the back of the trailer, so it does now air up, so good to go. Good to go on trucks. Now we're going to get running some combines in. Had somebody tell us about an automatic chain oiler, so we got one and it rained, so we're gonna put it on. 8/10. Aaron's out in the rain blowing off the combine, so we put that oiler on it. So I am out in my auger wagon getting all the stuff transferred from the grain wagon there, the Raven slingshot, so it'll all be up in the web. You gotta get the uHarvest Pro app and the Bluetooth connect to each other, and then just start loading them up. I really should do it every day, and I always forget to, so every day starting now. Do this at the end of the day. Get it all caught up now in case, you know, something goes haywire. We don't want to lose all the records we got. All loaded here. My iPad. Now, got them all selected. Make sure they all look like they're here. I think they are. Send her on up. That's that. Head unhooked, run her in the shop, put the chain oiler on it. H&R is here putting a reversal kit, I think, on the combine there. I think that's what they're doing, one of the bean rigs. I don't know, not my crew. Got the chain oiler on. We haven't tried it yet. Got a reservoir in the back. See the lines right here, the brush where it puts it on. So we're getting ready to see if it works.
Getting tired of replacing chains. You can make it through the year on one auger chain.
Usually takes two, don't it? All right, just half-gallon reservoir, so it's got.
Good luck to you.
Thanks. Try it. Got a hydraulic line that tees into where this auger goes in and out. So every time he puts his auger out, it'll oil his chains. Because that's what it's supposed to do. Pull that around. Now pull this auger out. Oil should come out. In the combine working the auger because it's not working, the pump's not pumping, and we Do not know why. Goes out, it should pump, but it's not. So in theory, it looks like it'd work, but it's not working. Something's wrong.
What's wrong with it?
I don't know, maybe we got a bad pump.
I think it's something no good. That's what I think, something no good.
Junk, bought some junk.
Hey, don't say that, they may fix it.
They might. They don't want to be junk no more.
Got phone number right here.
He's on the phone with them. Starting to work. Letting the auger go all the way in and all the way out. So they just part way. Taking off 904 and we are heading up to Robson. It was really foggy this morning. Still looks like it's still foggy down off the hill, but nothing like it was. You can't hardly see your hand in front of your face. We'll wait for that to clear and we're heading up to Robson. About a 35-minute or 35-mile drive. We're gonna go up there since it rained less up there, and all the corn around here is borderline being dry enough to put in the bin without drying anyways. We got some earlier numbers up that way, and 200,000 of it up there goes into Lincoln Land, which is an ethanol plant right by it there in Palestine, so they'll take it as long as it's under 20. So we'll go up there. Ethanol plant's open till 5, haul into there. At the ethanol plant closes, we're going to put on store the rest of it up there in one 55,000 bushel grain bin. There goes George with the corn head. Dad's already up a ways. We don't take that full corn head off very much, just when we move from either the home base to Robson or to the Indiana one. So just the long hauls we take it off for. First time in several years we're able to just drive up here. Usually there's the bridge out, or there has been. This is one of them. All fixed now. We can actually just drive here this year. It's really nice. Don't have to take any side roads or nothing. We made it up. They told us we had the wrong kind of oil, so we're going to try a different kind of oil. Taking most of it in the Lincoln Land, but what's not, this is the bin we're going to be putting it in. We got a drive over belt here that just pours right into the auger, so we don't have to swing it back and forth. Make it a little easier. Make truck drivers' lives a little bit easier. Got the utility tractor hooked up to it, the little 553 Deere, and of course the 1206 running auger. Still in action.
Half-inch of rain yesterday morning. I don't know, quit before noon. Anyway, it was pretty dry, and now we're getting Hill Girl fueled up, ready to try them beans again. We got to get into the pump about right. I'll show you that. We got road use and off-road use. Pretty good pump on the off-road. These things take quite a bit of fuel in every day, so that's what we're filling up.
Broke down.
Here we go.
O-ring right in there. All right, got her back on. O-ring replaced. We knew it would happen because oil was getting on this belt. Belt was slipping and smoking, so another fix.
Slipping and smoking.
Jay brought us parts at least.
Yeah.
Bring us in. We got that one little oil leak fixed, now we got a big one. This is our fault, or my fault, where I tied into the hydraulic system for the chain oilers. Right up there, there's a T, and you T into the main line. I did those and never checked the bottom one to see if it was tight. I don't think it was tight. It's tight now. Loading him up. Aaron's driving this one. We are going straight from the field here to Lincoln Land, right there, which is an ethanol plant. So this corn right here has a chance to end up in your gas tank. Most of it goes for like animal feeder stuff, but it goes in an ethanol plant, which is a decent percentage of our crop. And then it goes to make fuel. And after they get the ethanol out of it, then they use the rest for feed for animals, so it's pretty efficient deal. We're not quite keeping up though. Like I had time to clean my windows off right before we got here. A lot of other trucks hauling in there, but I'm not having to sit long, just a little bit. It's something we're gonna have to do. Up to Crawford
start, very foggy, couldn't leave till 9:30 or so. Got up here and corn has to be 20 or below to go into Lincoln Land. We got a lot to go in direct into there. We're right on the edge, but I think we're gonna be okay. Corn's good, just right on the edge of being dry enough to haul in there, but then they close at 5, so we'll be dumping in here at the bin after 5, leave a couple trucks loaded up for in the morning.
There's Jay, waiting on Jay. I'm gonna give this GoPro to Jay. He can show you ethanol plant so you can't do anything. Here, it's on.
What's up? A little bit of trucking action here. Got the shifter fixed. Couldn't come to Robinson without the shifter fixed, so get hauling to Lincoln Land. So we're taking everything in until they close, then the rest is going in the bins to just finish out the day. And lines are moderate, they're not bad. They could be a little shorter, but it's kind of some weights right now, so. But it is nice going back to the elevator and doing a little bit of hauling. I was needing a little bit of that therapy. Getting tired of hauling into the leg all the time, so it's nice to do something different. Well, there's the red Volvo sitting there in the parking lot. Can't see it, but I can. And we dumped back there in the very back, kind of where the train's at. But we better start slowing down a little bit. Looks about like 80,000 to me.
That load Jay's taking is the first one that we're going to be going into the bins that we have up here. Robinson, Mark Brown was his place. Sold to us in 2012 was our first farming year up here. Yeah, the drought. That was the dandy first year. But Jay's going to take that and run that up. It's not ideal because I showed that load at 19.3. A lot of them are 19 to 19.5 up there. We don't usually like put them in the bin unless they're 18 or below, but we don't have a dryer up here and we're already up here, so we have put 20% in there before and been fine. So we'll just put it in as soon as the floor's covered. We'll turn the fans on and won't turn them off except for when we're filling it until we take it out.
Doing the morning routine on the bean combines. That'll be putting fuel in. Got a little Thunder Creek fuel trailer, works out very well. Fill up both of them easily. And we got 5 greasers on the header that we grease daily. And this is the new McDon 3-reel. I think we've talked about that. But there's I like that this latches back out of the way. Greasers here on the knife, one each side. I'll grease that and then we'll raise it up, block it up. I do know a shop foreman years ago at R.D. Van Eaton's in Vincennes selling John Deere tractors at that time. He was under one of these things and a hose broke, messed his foot up. He was on crutches for a couple months, maybe more. Anyway, it does happen. So be safe, block it up, only takes a second. This is a double knife drive, so there is a greaser on both sides. And this new head to move the knife, you put a bar or a ratchet, whatever you got, in this hole and turn it, and it turns pretty easy. Just turn that and that'll move the knife to get it in the position you want. So we'll do that, we'll raise it, show you the ones underneath, and that's all you have to do daily. There's none on a combine that you have to do daily. There's some we do about once a week, and those aren't due for a few days yet. Okay, now for the underneath greasers. First thing we do is put down this safety stop. Keeps it from cylinder from retracting, keep it off of you if a hose breaks or something. And the greaser's up here 10 hours. That dude is right up in there. It's a little hard to see, I'm sure, but it's right there. It's not that hard to get to. Same thing on this side in the same place. Greaser's right up there. Maybe I can put a light on that and help the situation. You see that little, get the sticks out of the way, bean stems. See that greaser? One like that on each side. And then there's this one on this back bearing. Right there. Other side has a hydraulic motor on it, so there's no greaser where the hydraulic motor is on the left-hand side of the head.
Brought up a little old piddly power washer from my house that anybody knows 110 volt power washers aren't much. Yeah, it's a dandy. Yeah. Yep, 110 power washers are not much. Anyway, washing the oil mess off the combine from yesterday. It'll be a lot better than it was. It'll take a little bit of time. Over here right across from the prison. Alright, see what we got up here. The oiler on all 4 chains on the combine. Yep, she's definitely getting oil to it now. So, that ought to really make my chains last. Some guy made a comment on YouTube about using those. Said they come from the factory, but we found out they do not come from the factory. They came from his dealer that way. But yeah, it's gonna make kind of a mess, but maybe I'm swinging it out and using it too much now. We couldn't get it to run, so we just kept up in the rate, and I got a lot of oil. Well, you see yesterday I used 1/3 of a tank. May get Reese to wash that off and I'll turn it down some.
Okay, greasing's done. Lift up the block because we'll forget it. We'll get back in the combine to go. Say, oh my, forgot to lift that block up. Have to come back down and do it. Turn the battery off. Stops power. She don't have any drains. Now it's time to fill up with fuel. Not much to that either. Got to take the ladder down. I don't know if I told you I'm doing this because this is the easiest job. Dave and Garrett are both over to David's house working on a leg. Something's got it plugged off. So they're way up high, which I probably ain't too good at. This is what it looks like inside this Thunder Creek. Granted, it needs washed out. That's probably not going to happen for a little bit. Got a hose on a reel. I don't understand yet why Case thinks we need a fill spout there and a fill spout there. I realize they're 2 tanks, you know, like saddle tanks. And semis are the same way, but it's a little different situation. I don't know why we can't have one big spout somewhere here with a depth tank and just run a hose both ways, a big hose. Then we could put the nozzle in, go grease or something while that's filling. The way it is, you need to be here to change the tanks. One gets full, they change it, or the other one is not nearly full. They don't equalize even close to that fast. Okay, combines are ready to go. Nearly forgot I need to go into bank at St. Francisville. I ordered checks. You never know, somebody might want paid someday. So I guess I better go get those while I got a chance. It was pretty foggy here this morning. 9 o'clock right now. It'll probably be 11 before we get to go, because it was pretty heavy fog. And you know, the beans need to dry out. So I'll go do that. I'll stop back by and see how the boys are doing on the leg. I can give them more support. Probably not going to climb up there, but I can't. Oh, these people live here on this farm. Have a horse, and man, it's really a pretty horse. Look at that. Yeah. She did not like the combine when we were up there close to the fence. Oh no.
Getting ready to take off for the morning. Got her all washed off best we could. Fans going on the corn bin, 19% corn there, so that'll be on till at least Christmas. Yeah. Except for when they're filling it.
Be on a while.
Any thoughts this morning? No, never mind. Got business call.
Well, back at the shop, waiting for things to dry off a little. Get my cooler, my iPad, and my GoPro. Just wait about an hour. I imagine David's down looking at beans. See, he's gonna be cutting seed beans before very long. So I'm sure he's checking those. And Garrett's still dumping that truck. Evidently they got that leg going. I was just by there and they were dumping, so glad that's fixed.
First 100-acre field up here is done. Meeting Aaron on top of the hill, fill him up. Another load. Got 21,000 into the ethanol plant so far out of 200,000 we have to have there.
Neighbor's combine is on fire. That is not good. Even if they have one, if they can find one, you know, that's not good. Bad deal.
A lot of black smoke went over that way. I can't tell. Hopefully it's not a combine fire or something. Hitching a ride. We're hauling into the ethanol plant, not quite keeping up, so we're gonna get a third truck involved. Your combine's not on fire, is it?
Nope, not yet.
Heard about one down St. Francisville, and then there's black smoke over there of some kind. If not, it's kind of dying off. I don't know what it is.
I thought first seen that, sure as that combine.
I did too. Yeah, he's still chugging along over there.
Yep.
Guys horsing everywhere, I guess.
We're about to get this field done. I've got a load. David's coming in, as you can see. Got me out a snack. Everybody eats peppers, right? So we're going to be moving into King Bend here in just a little bit.
Taking a new green Volvo. There goes my ride. He's heading back to pick corn. It's my first time ever driving this. It's different. Press drive. Release the brakes. Away we go. It's missing a shifter. Don't have a shifter. It's like driving a car. So we've got two truck drivers, but we brought the third truck because I was full, nobody's back yet. Let's fill this up, turn it on, tarping it, so whenever he's here, he can hop in it. We'll do this at least till Lincoln Land closes. When they start hauling up to the bins, they can keep up, but hauling in there till 5 o'clock, that's when they close. All right, hopping out of the tractor, gonna hop in the truck. We got 20 minutes until Lincoln Land closes, and neither one of the truck drivers are there. So I'm gonna take this in so we at least get one more load in today than what we would have. It's been a while since I drove one of these. I think I remember. Look at this guy coming. Oh, you get you a Volvo tattooed on your arm yet? Back to the field, fill this up. We'll start going into the grain bin.
Been going pretty good today. If the truck's hauled into Lincoln Land till just here the last hour or two. It kind of got backed up over there. So Reese ended up taking one in. Him and Aaron got back at the same time. I got the auger wagon filled up, got the combine filled up. We're gonna start hauling up to the bend here in Robinson. That'll be a lot faster. So.
Deers broke down. 1206, still running strong. Pulling it out of the way. Probably wants me to take it out park, would be my guess. Anybody need some topsoil? And away we go. Luckily the bucket's not pointed down. No way that's clearing that. There's no way it's clearing that ledge. There's no way. Ah, they cleared it. I lost that. Ah, we got her up and running. We all know how to steal a tractor now. Head back. We called Expert George. Yep. We just had to run a hot wire. Was it for the fuel pump?
Injection pump.
I had to run a hot wire from the injection pump and jump the starter, and away it goes without a key. So a fuse kept blowing.
That's what happens when you're a mechanic and when you're not.
Yeah, you either R1 to get it ready or you call one. We called one.
We can't get tractor in gear. Here we go.
There, now we're ready.
A little ways from home, it's about to get dark. David had to go home and get some bolts and nuts to put in his hopper. You remember, I don't know, a week or so ago, I was showing you I had a loose bolt in my hopper that leaked. He had 3 of them out. So I don't know whose job it is there in Casey's factory to put them bolts in a hopper. But putting the nuts on a bolt and tighten them is not a real high-tech job. If you can't do that, you ought to just quit and go home, let somebody else do it that will. That's just, the machine ought to be together when a man gets it.
I think Reese is taking night drone, so I might as well take night movies, huh?
Forward number 20. And that is Kane Iyer. Kane Iyer is a 172-pound junior.
No drone this video, and it's lost it in a tree. Sometimes when it's dark, it takes a while to get to senses anyways. Kind of took off. All I'm missing is a fin though, so we'll be back next video. I want to get a night video, so I'll do that next time. I got more of those blades, so just gotta get back to the farm and do it. So that's why there's no drone this video. I will get a night one though. I want to get a night one. I like switching them up. Load truck, we'll do a few more tonight, then that'll be it. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you Wednesday for a video at 3 o'clock Central Time. That noon will come out, which I think we're going to do some tillage because the ethanol plant up here in Lincoln Land is not open on Sunday, so I think we might run both Salfords